All right, everybody, welcome to the Smoking If You Got It, and let's talk about it. The podcast. My name is DJ Nate Nizzle, aka Mr. Smoking If You Got It. I'm outside with it, and I'll be outside soon. I'm here today with my man LJS. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
so I ain't even gonna play with him. We gonna get straight into it. How you doing
Word.
today, bro?
Yo, not too bad to be honest. Currently in Ohio, and I woke up to snow, so that was a weird sight. Um, Not used to snow in like mid-November, but I can't complain.
I'm sorry. You said you got snow.
Yeah. I'm over in Ohio taking care of some personal things, and it's just like I just woke up to just snow. I was like, what the fuck? What is going
Wow.
on? Yeah, so I was so confused. I thought I slept November away, and I was like, oh shit, this ain't good.
Is it heavy?
Um, Not heavy, but it's like it's definitely noticeable. Definitely
Oh,
noticeable.
okay. Well, let's get on the subject of your career, man. How long you been rapping?
Um, I want to say about 2 years, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 years. I'm not sure the exact amount, but yeah, around 2 years.
All right. What made you start rapping?
Um, I found myself like almost trapped, and
Excuse me.
you know, I kind of felt like I was trapped with my own emotions and thoughts and shit. So I would listen to rap all the time, and I just started writing one day, and it kind of felt easy and freeing in a way.
Oh, okay. And your inspiration, like your inspiration in this, is come from where? Just from the inner
Um,
you.
yeah, the inner me, but also like people like Eminem or Hobson, NF, anybody that really talked about real shit that they had going on in their life and wasn't like and was transparent about it. They weren't afraid of getting judged. They weren't afraid of people saying anything about them because of it. So it was kind of like they gave me it almost like made it easier to talk about because I felt
Oh,
like I
okay.
wasn't alone. So when I started rapping, I wanted my main goal is to make other people feel like they're not alone going through whatever they're going through.
Oh, okay. You wanted to make it feel like therapy. Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
You know.
All
So
right.
if you could date a celebrity, who would it be?
Oh shit. My girlfriend might not like this one, but Selena
Oh,
Gomez. She's been my celebrity crush for a while.
it, 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 it's a hypothetical question, Miss Lady. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, it's all
We
good.
only get you in no trouble.
Yeah, nah. Um, yeah, probably Selena Gomez. Ever since I was younger, she's always been like I don't know. I guess my like celebrity crush.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, yeah, just tell me a little bit about you. Like, where you from? You know, your
Um,
background.
yeah. I'm from a little town in Long Island called Patchogue. Um,
Right.
I grew up there most of my life. At the age of 15, I moved away because I was playing hockey. So I left there to go to New Hampshire for a few years. I would be back like after the season or like during breaks and stuff, but um, for about 5 years of my life, I was away. From 15 to the age of 20, I was playing hockey, and after that, I suffered a lot of concussions, and after that, I kind of like just started working, and then eventually I picked up the pen, and it was cool. So since there, I've been rapping.
Oh, okay. So before you picked up the pen, what kind of work was you into?
Um, to
Besides,
be
I know you
honest,
said hockey.
yeah. To be
Yeah.
honest, I wanted to be like a marine biologist. I always thought that was pretty cool, like exploring the underwater and the unknown and shit. So I
Right.
always thought that was pretty cool. I was always interested in sharks. But the weird thing is, you'll never catch me in the ocean, just because I hate the ocean. I have no idea what's below me, so I try to stay away from that.
Oh, oh, really? You don't ride boats?
I'm not opposed to it, but you won't catch me like swimming, like
Oh, okay.
openly in a lake or like, you know, over at the bay. Nah. Just cause like I have the kind of luck to be attacked by a shark.
Oh, okay. I
So
don't have that fear, but I agree with you because I'm from Coney Island, Brooklyn, buddy, and I don't swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
Barely
Nah,
get me in the pool.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you just don't know what's underneath you. You just touch something and you're like, oh shit. You just have
Mm-hmm.
no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah. So where hip hop is at today, like where do you see it going?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, I like, I hope for it to be like it was back in the day. The 90s where it was like lyricism, like actual words with meaning or songs with meaning. Um, but if it doesn't, at the same time it is music, so it's bound to change. It's a matter of opinion. So it's really on who's listening and who's accepting the artists that are being posted on mainstream. But
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of new school music. There are some songs that I like or I'll listen to, but for the most part, it's just I listen to old school or songs with meaning.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna skip a few questions, go back to them. But so, who's your top five,
Ooh, um,
dead or alive?
dead or alive. Number one has to be M, just because I've always loved his lyricism. I always thought it was insane how he could come up with the shit he comes up with. Um,
Fact.
Number two is Hobson, without a doubt. That
Okay.
that like my favorite song by him is Black Sheep because that song really like made me realize I wasn't alone through whatever I was going through. Um, Third favorite has to be NF, just because he spits real shit and he talks about he's not afraid to go in depth about his life and emotions and struggles that everybody deals with. Um, Number
Okay.
four, I love Pac just because he's inspiring and his movement, his inspiration was
Right.
unmatched. I felt like. Um, and number five, I have to go Nas, just because his wordplay is fucking insane. He is
Mm,
unbelievable. Flow, everything is just fucking unmatched. But
right.
yeah, I have to
Okay.
put that as my top five. No specific order, you know what I mean? They're all
Right.
yeah, but that has to be my top five.
Okay. I like that list though. I like that list, and and I'm gonna keep this for the interview. My daughter was just asking me about some music, and I don't really know who she listened to. I said,
Hmm.
"Who you been listening to?" And she said, "MF Doom."
Oh shit.
And I was like, "I know who he is, but I don't really listen to him.
Yeah,
I haven't really listened to him, but I know who he is. I heard music by him, and I'm like, why would you pick that? Like,
yeah.
and I understand now because she said the same thing. So shout out MF Doom. They say you the realest, bro. Um, where you see you going in this music business? Like where you see your career going? What direction?
Um, to be honest, I don't know. I try not to think of it because my one of my traits is being obsessed with the future or the past. So sometimes if I think about it too much, I'll get so obsessed with it where I'll just become totally disoriented to what's really going on in front of me. So, I hope to be somewhere with this. I hope to be successful. Um, but at the same time, I'm really trying to focus on what's in front of me or like what's going on right now, and the little steps I'm taking to get there.
No, okay, all right. I like that. So, What are you willing to contribute to this business to your
Um,
art?
yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do just about everything and anything. You know, um, I won't sell my soul for it though. I won't go against my morals. You know, I won't go against what I stand for. I'll always be true to myself first. But to be honest, I'm trying to bring the old ways back, where it's like lyrics and songs with meaning, not just songs that people get high to or
Right,
go out to the club and get fucked up to.
right.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like there's too many problems going on in this world right now to be making music like that.
You know what? I had that conversation, and that's exactly what we all said. Like, at some point, you got to grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the way the music business is, everybody telling on themselves and then getting mad, and everything is public. Like, there's no mystery to the artist no more.
Yeah.
So, but how about we go to your video real quick? Let you introduce it. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring it up on the screen.
Yeah, no doubt. So the video is Verbal Psychosis. That was actually that was one of the first songs I ever wrote. We weren't sure what we were going to shoot a video for, and then I was just listening to all the tracks, and I felt Verbal Psychosis was the best. And in the video, where I shot it was actually one of the spots that I used to hang out with as used to hang out at as I was a kid. Right next to it was a basketball court, so I'd always play basketball with my friends, and we'd always go into that house and just fuck around. But yeah, it was a cool night to do it. But yeah, the video is Verbal Psychosis on YouTube.
And while we watch this video, I'm gonna get my little smoke on. Smoking if you got it. We about to see what we about to talk about it. All right. Here we go.
Man.
Yo. LJS, listen. I could be the new school big pun, but don't weigh a ton. Now whose dude is this that think mumble rap's fun? Shit's dumb, y'all bums getting in the stupid do. Sing junk, man, you loot. Zenum, you a crook. See, I forgot the rest, but put us to the test. Toe to toe, I'll rap you out of fucking breath. You smoke the cess, well, I'll rock with death. Create a list of all the rappers that gotta go, then go and get possessed. Here's a tip, like a waitress or a prostitute. Y'all can choose option A or B. Either way, I'll lose. When I kick it with the lyrics, the lyrical lyricist can't mirror this. Sick of this syphilis, it's spiritless. Lost his innocence, rap so villainous. Damn man, are you guys even fucking hearing this? Are you listening? Well, listening and just stay tuned. The whole story of LJS is now en route as I enter the booth and introduce my issues. As a youth, I begin to choose the abusive school, cause I wasn't as cool or as smooth with all the ladies. Maybe it's cause I was lazy, I don't know. My memory's kinda hazy, but I've been going crazy daily. Not even Superman can fucking save me, but my brain may seize due to all the concussions I've endured. Got a cold heart that was once so pure, but rapping is the cure. It allows me to metaphorically choke out a whore without her vocal cords, so she won't talk back. But all my past relationships, I won't call back. I fucking fought back everything, but now I gotta fall back. Hoping soon enough I'll get a call back just to chat. But see, it's cool if it doesn't happen. I'ma stick with rapping till it's my time. I'ma take every fucking action. Rapping different factions, roast everybody, call them out for slacking, cause they be lacking in their bars, think they crying, having napkin. Now I'm really laughing, cause all you faggots thought I had no talent. You fucking rats, and I'm a falcon. I'll eat y'all for breakfast, now just have acceptance. You being better than me is like saying Helen Keller's get at hide and seek. But I'm feeling more edgy than Joe Pesci when he put the gat up to Bachelor G in Goodfellas. I used to be jealous cause I wanted Isabella, but now my mom's deep with the quiet storm. Get your umbrellas out, prepare for the rain and the pain I'm going to display with so much hate, and everything that I say goes at the fake stakes. I'll take a razor blade, slice off a piece of your face, cause deep down I'm a menace. Dennis is apprentice that'll creep through any crevice to terrorize each and every one of the tenants that are perfect, thinking they ain't got a single blemish. Now wait a second, cause this sentence made of wrecking. No Eminem, but I use my words as weapons. Fuck all the people that I've dealt with in the past. Y'all can suck dick, eat shit, then kiss my ass. After that, y'all can get slashed hard enough to make a gash. Cross your nose, eyes and mouth, gotta close, mind and mouth, cause hoes lying down the words that are so wise and loud. But I'll have a slow rising mound to the top like the Han Dynasty. No signs of power, Big Pun inspired me as well as them. They taught me how to come up off the bench and be more confident than I've ever been. Y'all will never win if I can't break myself down. What makes y'all think that you ever can? Even with the clever plan, my foot's in your face, meaning I'm a step ahead, but I'm off this. My mind, I've lost it. Y'all should try to heal from the soreness in your clitoris, you fucking pussies.
All right, y'all, we back. So, I'm liking the song. The beat is hot.
Thank you.
Like, you already told the story on how it inspired you, how the song was created, but where have you performed that with this
But
song?
let's see. I've been I performed in Manchester, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York. Those are really the only locations I ever performed that song at.
Okay.
But that was a tough song to perform just because, like, I didn't know it until I was on stage doing it
Mhm.
that I needed to give myself a little bit of breath break. And
Mhm.
even when recording it, I kind of tried to do it. I did most of it in one take, and
Right.
it was like just performing was tough. It was tough. I think the first time I performed it, I ended up choking on stage because I just ran out of breath, and I freestyled the
Oh
rest.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh
and
really?
yeah. I tried to like bounce back a little bit, but I wasn't that experienced yet to really know what to do in that
Right.
situation. Um, and then the other times it was kind of like, I talked to a few people and I was like, hey, like what's something I could do? And they were telling me like, ad lib it. Like if you're running out of breath, try to ad lib because I don't have my lyrics behind me when I perform. I kind of
Right.
just I want to do it myself. I want to keep it like an actual live show. Um,
Right.
so the next time I did it, I didn't run out of breath, and it was like, it was tough. It was still tough, but after that, I realized I'm probably not gonna do that song again, perform it, just because it's so hard to do unless I have the lyrics behind me. Which is something I don't want to do, but I'm not opposed to it if I have like ad libs behind me or something. But yeah, it
Punch
was
in, punch in and punch out. I feel you though. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I mean, listen. Um, uh, um, I applaud what you just said. You most of these rappers get on stage and can't even perform their songs. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it'd be funny because you'd be like, oh man, he got the whole song behind him and stuff. So, I
yeah.
applaud that, man. You
Thank you.
know, what 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 venue was your favorite so far though?
Um, I gotta say the Shack Skeen. I don't know how to pronounce it. The Shack Skeen or something. It was the one in Manchester, New Hampshire. I thought that was really cool. The crowd was into it. I also performed in Jersey as well, but they weren't really like, I don't know. I gotta say the Shack Skeen just because they were all into it. I kind of felt the
Mhm.
vibe from the crowd, so it was cool to perform.
Right.
But there are times where you just don't feel that energy from the crowd, which makes it tough because someone like me, I get in my head. So if I don't see like the crowd bump into it, I
Hmm.
really try to focus on one person that's vibing out to it.
Right.
And if I don't see that person, I'm like, oh shit, like this is not looking good right now. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I gotta say the I can't pronounce it. The one in Manchester. Um,
Okay.
you know what I mean? That was a dope. That was a dope. That was a dope stage.
Okay. If you could pick any place in the world to perform, where would it be and why?
Oh, um, I gotta say Madison Square Garden, just because it's New York, it's Madison Square Garden. Um, you know, but I definitely want to be more experienced before I ever do something like that. I want to be like, I want to be confident with it. You know what I mean? Like I want to be sure that I'll kill it. Um,
Right.
and I feel like I need a few more songs under my belt. I need a lot more experience. I need to work on a lot of different things if I were to ever perform there. But that would be dope to perform at Madison Square Garden.
Okay. Shout out Madison Square Garden. So I got kind of like a serious question for
Mhm.
you. If you can make yourself a better artist, how how would you reach that goal?
Um, really working on everything. Working on writing, freestyling, um, production. I wanna, because I do wanna be the best to ever do it. And I'm sure everyone says that. But I feel like the way to get there is just working on everything. You know, you see some of the greats and they can freestyle, they can do everything and anything. And it's just fucking unbelievable. Like Jay-Z, you know, Lil Wayne, Biggie, Tupac when they were doing it. And there's so many different artists that can just do it all and is really, really good at doing it. And so for me personally, I feel like my writing needs a lot of work just because I mean, maybe not. I get in my head about it. Like I'm myself's biggest critic. So maybe I could work on that. Maybe not being so hard on myself, you know. But definitely freestyling and just everything really. All the fundamentals.
Okay. Okay. If you could collab with anybody, who would it be?
Eminem, 100%.
Okay, with the music business, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most trouble you got yourself in, if any?
Oh. I mean, I haven't really gotten in any trouble. But there was this one dude that hit me up on Instagram a while ago, and he's like, "Yo, let's do this. You know, I send this to major labels and shit. Send me a contract and everything." I was like, "All right, cool."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I went with it. He sent me a contract first. You know, I paid him for a beat. And I want to say it's been like 2 months now. No response. Nothing. Yeah, just nothing. So it's like I don't know what to do. And then, you know, you got other people hit me up, like a few people from like popular radio stations. I don't want to say it just because I don't know if I have, I guess, legalization to say it. You know,
Right.
But they hit me up. They're like, "Yeah, we can get you on this station. Da da da. Just a small price. You get paid for every play you get. We take a percentage." And it's like, I asked them. I was like, "All right, you know, what's your tag on that station so I can look you up and see if it's legit."
Right.
And so really, ever since that moment, ever since I got scammed, it's kind of been like iffy where people hit me up on Instagram just because it's like, you know, do what you gotta. Because I'll give. You know, I'm 100% on my word. You know, if I say I'm gonna pay somebody, I'll pay them. I'll make sure they get paid, and I'll make sure I do my end 110%. You know, so I kind of just asked the guy. I was like, "Hey, you know, where can I find you and shit?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you know, if you have doubts, then it's not gonna benefit you." I was like, "Okay." You know, I agree with that. You know what I mean? That's why I'm asking you for your tag, so I don't have any doubt. You know,
that was a bozo.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, you know, I left him undelivered for a little bit just because I felt like it was a scam. And like a week later, after he texted me, I was gonna respond, and his whole Instagram changed. His profile picture took all his posts down. Yeah, so it's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, just get a job, you bum. What are you doing? You know, it might as well call me from like an Indian number and ask me for my social security at that point. Like,
that's funny. I like that. He said, "Ask for my social security." Hey, it's a shame that we got scammers out there.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you, just your opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on right now in the hip hop world with Takeoff dying? Like, you know,
yeah.
How
See, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really see much about. I don't really know much about it. From what I saw, it said he died from a dice game, like a game of dice, right? Or something like I don't.
That's one of the stories, you know. Like supposedly. I mean, like the hip hop world seems like kind of upset.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm not saying that I wasn't an Amigo fan in the beginning, like the bougie. You know, I'm from New York, so I'm into New York, you know, and I went down south about the time they was coming out, and I was hating. I ain't gonna lie. They popular out here. Bring out some New York artists. I'm from New York, and I'm finding out that the dude was great. You know.
Yeah.
He really could spit, and I feel bad about it. So, you know, but it seems to be a hot trending topic right now. That's on fire. You know.
The only thing I could say is, like, especially with Pop Smoke and all these other rappers that are just dying from gun violence and shit, you know, like that's why I'm heavy on like the old school hip hop where beefs were settled through music. They weren't like because people could actually write and they took pride in what they made. So
Mhm.
I feel like if people took more pride in what they made and didn't really go through ghost artists to try to get fame or money and shit, because that's really what it is. Everybody wants to be the most famous or the richest rapper in the game and say, "Oh, well, I did this," and it's like that's cool and all, but I believe in taking pride in your lyrics. I believe in taking pride in what you do and stuff. So
Right.
with all that beef between rappers and just in the music industry in general, like keep it within music because at the end of the day, people got families. Like
Yeah.
that's the way I look at it. Like if I'm beefing with somebody, depending on how bad the beef is, I'll keep it in music. Now, if I were to see him in person and he were to start talking out of his mouth, then yeah, it's a physical altercation. I won't go out of my way to try to look for somebody and you know do anything. But at the same time, I don't know. It's a very
Right.
weird and touchy topic, I guess. Um, but my only thing is just keep it in music. That this it's a job. It's part of music. People are gonna diss each other. People are gonna try to diss you just to get a piece of your fame. So I would just my best thing is just keep it in music. Just write.
Yeah. Yeah. You 100%. It everybody's trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
You know, everybody trying to prove themselves. Hey man, if you had advice to give to the artists that's gonna come behind you,
Hmm.
not the ones in front of you, because they already set.
Yeah.
You know, they we need some good advice for the next
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
The next generation, what would you have? What would be your advice to them?
Um, don't be afraid to open up and be real. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to be misunderstood, and this really goes to anybody who's listening, but artists especially. A lot of
Mhm.
people are too afraid of being misunderstood as an artist, or trying to ride a certain level or topic just to be the most famous. Honestly, I wouldn't really focus on fame or money. Just do it. Like if you love it, do it. If you
Right,
don't, that's okay. It's okay if you don't love it, and try to have acceptance in the fact that it may not work out. And I know that's probably bad advice, but what keeps me level headed is the realism, but also the dreamer's mind. Like I, of course, I want to be the best, and I'll do everything I
right,
can to be there. But I don't know what my destiny is. I don't know what I'm supposed to be in life. I don't know who I'm supposed to be, I guess. You know,
yeah.
um, so just try to have acceptance with whatever happens and enjoy the journey through it. Don't just focus on the destination. Yeah.
What rap song makes you go, "Oh my God, that's the realest, that's the truth"?
Black Sheep by Hobson.
Really?
Yeah. That's easily my favorite song. Like I loved Eminem for a while. Like Eminem was the first person I was introduced to by rap. You know what I mean? Like my mom and dad showed me Eminem when I was 5. Um, but when I heard the song Black Sheep by Hobson, it was like a struggle to pick who's number one in my book.
Mhm.
Yeah, just because like that song hit me totally different. It was like I was going through a really really rough time at the period I heard it, and when I heard it, I was just like, holy shit! I think I had that song on repeat for like an hour, just in my car,
Mm.
just like wow, just incredibly
Right.
shocked.
So he said for an hour,
Yeah.
like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie. Every time I cut my computer on, I do the same.
Yeah.
Jadakiss, Keep It 100. That's the
Oh,
first song I
Jadakiss.
play at the barbecue. That's the first and the last song I play when I'm barbecuing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I understand. Um, LJ, man, um, what's like your creative process?
Mm.
Like when you writing a song?
Um, to be honest, I'll listen to the beat first. Sometimes I'll like jot shit down here and there. But but I like to listen to the beat first before I ever like think of what the song's gonna be on or what I'm gonna rap about, just so I can get a feel for the instruments and shit and see like where I feel like going with the song. Um,
Mhm.
and then when I have an idea of where it's going, I'll probably write a verse. I'll go over it like for a few days, and then I just won't touch the song, whether it's a hook or just a verse. But it's mainly a verse. I'll write an entire verse, and I won't pay attention to it for about 3 or 5 days, and
Right.
just go about my business, just do what I got to do, and
Right.
after that time period's over, I'll go back to it and I'll listen to it again. And if I like the flow, if I like everything about it still after 3 or 5 days not listening to it, I'll end up keeping it just because I was happy with it for myself. Um,
Mhm.
but a lot of times I'll find myself not liking it after that time period. So I'll either change a line or change up some words to fix the flow, or most of the time I just scrap the entire verse. So I got like a bunch of different verses written in my phone, just like fucking. I don't know. I'll just be scrolling sometimes, just looking for shit.
Bits and pieces, right?
Yeah, sometimes whole verses too, and it's like it's crazy. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much my creative process, just so I can live a bit and like get a little bit more experience out in the world and shit and see what's going on. But yeah, that's mainly it for my creative process.
Okay. And you said you've been a music fan since 5?
Yeah, I loved hip hop since I was 5. I love music since I was like 10 when I started like listening to other shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but about when I first started writing, that's when I really like started studying it. So like the first year of me writing was mainly just I barely wrote. I would just like sit there and study, look up YouTube videos. I would freestyle here and there, but it was mainly just like studying how to flow, how to hit every beat, how to just like set up punchlines and hit it, how to like I would just yeah, I would study for about a year, and I would get into discussions about music with people, and they would get mad because I would just bring up like facts, just like actual like, all right, well listen, like his flow's not good because he's missing this, or you're missing this, so I think you should fix it. And they would actually like start to get mad at me. They're like, dude, shut the fuck up, like it's good. I'm like,
Right.
all right, cool, yeah, if you think so.
Okay. You always been solo, or you been in a group?
Well, I started out in a group. Um, I started out in a group, and but since I started writing, I think it was like for 2 months I had that group, and then like they did some fuck shit, to be honest. Like they really fucked me over, and I plan on talking about it in a song one day. Um, I mean that's mainly why "Be Careful Who You Trust" came out on Audio Psychosis. Um,
Right.
but since then I was solo. Like when I really wanted to take this seriously, I was solo. So I would go to a bar by myself and just do an open mic night, just randomly. And that's kind of how I stumbled on my producer, B Divine. Just rocking solo and just trying to do everything by myself. At
Right.
that time I was looking at YouTube beats because I didn't have a laptop or anything to make beats. I'm still trying to get um all the devices to do it. Um,
Right.
but yeah, for the most part, I just ride solo. It's a lot for me at least. It's a lot easier just because I don't really I'm not as easy trusting as I once was.
Okay. So do you make beats yourself? Like,
I'll fuck around on GarageBand here and there. I don't really
right.
have anything else other than GarageBand at the moment. But yeah, I'll fuck around with it and make a few things here and there. I'm pretty sure I have some notes written on GarageBand for like certain songs, but I just don't. I don't think those beats are up to par with releasing. If that
Right.
makes sense, they're kind of just like play around beats or whatever, just to try to get a grasp of
Right.
what I'm doing. Um,
Okay.
but that's something I definitely want to get into is production.
So if you couldn't do music, what would be your backup plan?
I don't know. Probably a steam fitter. You know, I really like that line of work. I mean, I've been doing it for a few years. Just a laborer, but you know, I don't know, like working in hospitals and colleges and fixing like pipe and shit, or like running what's it called? I don't know. I don't know the exact terms, but just mainly like welding pipe or like fitting it up and shit. And that's kind of like basically what I've been doing for work.
Okay. So how does your girl feel about your career?
She doesn't mind it. I mean, we're still new. I remember when we first started talking, she heard the song "Calling Back for More," and that was basically saying like, I ain't down with relationships. You know what I mean? So that was kind of like a tough one. Yeah. So that was kind of a weird moment. I was like, oh fuck. Like I just blew it right then and there. Cause I asked her, I was like, you know, have you heard any of my songs? And she said, yeah, I heard your most recent one. And at the time it was that. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, you know, what'd you think of it? And it was cool because she, you know, she's the only one I met that was like, you know, it's emotions. You know, you're writing about your emotions at the time,
Right.
and you know, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. It's how you feel. So right then and there, it was like, all right, cool. You know, like we're off to a good start. And but no, she's very supportive. She'll actually like tune into the interviews and watch for the most part. But she understands it's music.
She comes to your shows?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we were never together when I had a show, but I don't think she's opposed to it. I'm pretty sure she'll be there. But if she doesn't want to be there, I wouldn't be offended at all. You know, I kind of like, my outlook on it is like, you know, they don't have to like my music. They don't, you know, I don't ask anybody to be my biggest fan. I wouldn't even ask her to be my biggest fan, or my mom and dad to be my biggest fan. You know, my thing is, if you like it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. You know, if you think I fucked up on a verse, let me know. You know, I'm very open to criticism, depending on who it comes from. But yeah, I'm not the type of person to be like, listen to my songs and you gotta love it and you gotta follow me and you gotta do this and you don't have to do any of that. You know, if I want my music to be gravitational. I want my music to be liked all around, and if you like it, cool.
Right.
If it, like, I don't know, I kind of like keep it to them. I'm not really the in your face kind of person and forcing music down your throat.
Okay. Nah, I don't know, man. You girls supposed to support that though.
Like, yeah, no, she supports it. You know what I mean? Like she'll tune into the interviews and talk to me about it and like, oh, that's cool, da da da. You know, but to be honest, like I didn't even tell her I was rapping and shit, just because it's like that stigma, I guess, like the rapper stigma.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of keep my life separate between, you know, my personal life and my music life. I kind of try to separate those two. And you know, but she's it's cool. She's always there to talk to, and you know, if I ever have a question, like I recorded a song not too long ago. I plan on dropping it soon, but I sent it over to her and I was like, hey, you know, what do you think of this? And then she really enjoyed it. Of course, it was unmixed and stuff, so she was like, you know, it just sounds kind of weird, but I like the lyrics and I like what you're talking about. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, so she's not opposed to listening to it, but she's not a hip hop head. She doesn't listen to rap. She listens to like alternative and shit. Yeah.
Okay. What other kind of music you listen to besides hip hop?
Oh, alternative rock. Okay. Yeah, I listen to just about anything and everything. Country music is a little iffy, just because sometimes it could be way too much, you know, or screamo. I can't get into screamo just because it's like I can't understand a word they're saying. And, you know, I appreciate my eardrums, so I would like them to stay in my ears and not bleed as I'm listening to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's mainly hip hop or alternative. That's what you'll probably see me bumping.
All right. So what's your plans for the future? Like, you got any shows coming up?
Not at the moment, but to be honest, I want to kind of like before I start doing shows again, I kind of want more music under my belt. This way I have like a variety of songs to pick from, not just like a certain selection of few. Like when I did Verbal Psychosis, it wasn't even out yet, and so I was performing a song that wasn't even out yet, and it didn't come out till like 6 months after I performed it. So I kind of want to like make a few songs first, and kind of like pick, but just make different styles of songs as well. This way my show's like varied. Like, I don't know. I still gotta figure it out.
So, LJ,
Mm-hmm.
if you could change anything about the industry, what would it be, bro?
Oh man, I don't even know. I would say like bring the love of music back. Like because I see a lot of people like I don't even know. I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know. I see a lot of people like talking about selling their soul and all this crazy shit. Um, but I would just say like bring the love of music back. Bring the lyricism back. Bring back the real shit. Because I feel like the '90s really it was all about like real shit that was going on. And people were able to talk about it. And I just felt like as the times went on, the industry just shifted to the microwave bullshit that we call mumble rap. And I don't. There's nothing against the people that make mumble rap or anything like that. Cause I really try not to hate anybody just because they're making millions while I'm still living at my mom and dad's house. You know what I mean? Trying to move out.
Right.
So but I would say like bring back the real shit in music. Bring back the message that people were trying to display. Bring back the lyricism, the wordplay. Like the metaphors and similes that make you go, oh shit, like damn, like how, or the questions on like how did you come up with that? You know what I mean? I don't really feel like there's a lot of that nowadays. You'll have a few artists here and there, but for the most part, it's just same flow, same beat, same everything. And so I guess if I could change one thing is, bring back originality. Like be more original.
Nah, I hear that. I agree with you. Y'all hear that? Smoke a blunt to that. We don't care how much gold you got on your neck, how much jewelry you got on, how many racks you got in your back pocket each side. We don't care about that.
Yeah.
Excuse my voice for the cold jar, but it's about time for us to go. So let everybody know where they can listen to your music.
Yeah, man. If if you guys want to listen to it, it's LJS on Apple Music and Spotify, on YouTube as well. If you guys can't find it through that, look me up on Instagram on LJS Official. I'm on Twitter on LJS Official 1, and if you guys still use Facebook, it's just my regular name, Joseph Stacey's.
Yo, we out of here. I forgot a rap. Gotta go get a rap, but you know what we do. We smoke.
Yeah.
We smoke. So smoke it if you got it. Let's talk about it. The podcast. Big Nate Nizzle. LJS.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, bro.
Man, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. We out of here.